Hi folks, welcome to my Pet Retro Journal. Today I'm going to take a look at a brand new game that was written for the QL literally this year. It was written by a person who's on the QL forum a lot, and in fact if you saw my holiday card this past Christmas, he actually created a similar holiday card and one the year before, and that's where I got my idea from. And so he sort of created these pseudo software sprites, I guess. And so he created this game called QStar, which is a remake of, or a QL version of a game called D-Star, which was originally made in 1995 for various platforms. I actually haven't seen it for Commodore 64 or an Amiga or even an Atari. So, and it turns out the QL version is actually a really nice version. So I don't tend to do game reviews, and it's not really a game review. I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to show it. But in May, I did do one for Amiga, which showed Room on the QL and compared it to Room on the Amiga. So here I'm not doing a comparison. I'm just going to show you the game. Notice that I have it in, here's ICE, and it's in actual monitor mode because you can see the bottom part of it. And sometimes the picture starts flickering a little bit. I did a video on how I'm doing this. It's not VGA directly. What it is composite to VGA. I'm using one of these converters to do it. So the picture is going to be a little washed out, and as soon as I do any sort of dithered images, it's going to be really shaky. So you'll see that a little bit. But I always like to use real hardware. What I need to do is create the RGB to VGA converter, and then I'll get a nice crisp picture on this monitor. So, but yeah, let's show the QStar game because it's a nice game and it's challenging as well. So, how to get to it is we have to run the boot program, and I'll probably fast forward through the boot process because it's going to take a little bit. So let me do that. I'm going to start this and I'll fast forward until we get to it. Here we go. So the picture isn't too bad. One thing it's weird, this device, dithered green is supposed to be lighter green than regular green, and you can't really tell. So if this were played on the QL emulator, the dithered green would be slightly lighter than, when the screen was blank, that was dithered green. So yeah, it's weird, but here we go. So this is just going to give you a set of instructions, and then it goes straight into the game. And you can see a little bit, it's shimmering up above, and that's because that's dithered, and it's very subtle, the lighter green versus the darker green, and that's just an artifact of this of these things. But it looks good, it's nice to be able to see the whole screen using monitor mode. I always do TV mode, and it would just cut off the bottom part. So you could play it in TV mode. And again, this is just a US version of the QL because of the NTSC signal being slightly smaller. But yeah, you would basically just cut off you'll see as I play it, it has a display of status, and you'd cut that off. So here we go. Press any key, and you have a hero and you have a blocker, and all that you can do is move them left, right, up, down, and they move the entire row or column, and that's the difficulty of the game. It's easier for me just to play the game for you to understand how it works. It's a really challenging game. Here we go. All right, so, and this has audio. It also, F1 lets you, if you're playing for a faster game, you can actually slow it down. That's what that's all about. Okay, let me show you. So I'm going to hit the down arrow, and that's, again, I can't stop it. It just does an entire move. And so what you want to do is sort of figure out the path that you can take to get all of the diamonds. And it seems like it's pretty easy, but it does get difficult at one point. This one is easy. But at one point it gets challenging because you have to kind of think, well, how am I going to solve this? So I guess I can go up, left, up, and then do the loop. All right, so I have almost all, so the last few get a little difficult, so let's see what we can do. And here, and then here, nope. I think you go like this, like that, and like that. And it has a nice little animation and 29 moves. That's my best one. But I've played it now 3 times, so I'm hoping that I'll struggle because it's kind of fun to struggle. Here we go. Level 2. I'm going to do up to level 4. All right, this is a little more tricky. So it's interesting. It looks like you could run off the screen, but you can't. The way these corners are done, there's not, because I wanted to try that. There's not one area where you can get the person to run off the screen. You're always going to be blocked by these bricks. So the terrain is, or the maze is done very well. Here we go. Oh, yeah. You kind of just have to go as the game takes you. And again, the first few levels don't include a blocker. Yeah, here you're going to have to... So it does get challenging at one point. Is it here? At one point, oh no, so I think you go like this. You go, so that's one. And, oh, right, so sometimes you have to do these loops, and that's how you get to the other. I've gotten better at this. But even the ones I've solved, it's still, yeah, see, I can't go down because I'll be trapped. And so now I just need to do the entire loop again. And this is running on an unexpanded QL. So 1984, this game would have been awesome to... how do I... Yeah, so here's it gets a little tricky. You go down. Hit that. Hit that. Hit that. Nope. So, okay. I don't know if I added a whole bunch of moves to myself because, oh, yeah, now how do I get, it's gotta be, so let's get that last one. And how do I do that? Up, over, it's got to be down. Yeah, here it is. Boom. There it goes. Again, I've gotten better. They do get harder, and I've only gone up to level 4. And level 4 is really hard, so let's see where we are. You can see it's starting to shimmer a little bit more at the top. And again, it's because this part's dithered, this part's dithered, this part's solid green. So they're should be slightly different, but for some reason this VGA to AV is just kind of making them seem they're the same in color. All right, here we go. Now I have a blocker. So the difference between the blocker and the hero is that the blocker does not eat diamonds, and sometimes that's important because you need that. So let me get the blocker out of the way, and let's put him here for now. And so you use space to switch between what he calls the hero and the blocker. So eat that. Oh, eat that. Oh, interesting. I could go, if I bring him up, bring him, I can eat that. Boom. So you can see the blocker and get all these. And it's usually one or two that are hard to get and you really have to figure out. But level 4 is the interesting one that really challenges me. And even though I've solved it, I still never remember how I solved it. I want to, let's see, do I move him out of the way? So now he helps me get to a lower level. Yep, there you go. Well, I can get him. Let's see if you go. Yeah, I screwed that one up. Because what I wanted to do is I want to get the blocker. So here, I can do it this way. Bring him up, move him there. Okay, and then bring the blocker down here, and then the hero right here and up. Yeah. So it's these sequences, and I think if I bring the blocker up, and the more you play it, the more familiar you get with how to try to run the game. So the blocker helps you get down to a lower level, but I can. So can I bring the blocker? Can I bring the blocker? Yeah, that's what. Change him here. And then I think I want to bring the blocker all the way around. And, nope. Yeah. Sometimes frustrating. I was trying to bring the blocker down and over, but that did not work. All right, let's see what the hero can do. I need, yep, this is the part where it gets a little tricky. And again, I've solved this a bunch of times, but it doesn't always register what you have to do. Maybe this is how you do it. And I've already screwed it up. All right, let's do it again. Yeah, sometimes you have to be patient, so bring him over. And have him sit here. And now, if I... Yeah. Bring him here. Down, up, down. There he goes. Bring him there, and I get 1, 2, and I think this is just, I think this is like, almost. How do I get the last one? Yeah. I need to get, I can't get him this way. It's got to be with the blocker, but how do I get the blocker in there again? So, unfortunately, I got to go this way. The last one is always... right. Interesting. Yeah. There it is. Wow. So it takes some thought, and of course you're going to try to improve your score to do the least number of moves. This one is the hardest one. And so and the hard part is getting this one right there. That is the hardest one to get. Some of the other ones are pretty easy, but so let's just demonstrate that. So I'll do the heroes as quickly as I can. Up. You can get some of the easier ones. Boom. What I've learned is to not, you basically don't deal with these until you've dealt with everything else. That's what I've learned, having played it. So, and this is the last level I'll do. And so, yeah, see, I already overdid it. I want, oh no, right, that'll get me that one. Let's go down, bring him here, and then we do a little loop-de-loop, and that's gonna help me get this one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and then, yeah, the bottom ones are easy to get with the blocker helping out. I believe what we do is we bring him up, we bring the blocker here, and then we can just go like that. And then we bring him out, bring him down like that, and bring him here. Yeah, you can see how the blocker starts being used. But again, only 4 of 25 levels. So, and this one took me a while to figure out. So, and I'm still going to struggle with the above because it's a sequence that I just can't remember. And when I get really quiet, it means that I can't figure out how to do it. Let me see if this goes here. Yeah, and so this part I've gotten better at recognizing these. Okay, let's get to the hard part. I think you bring them up like that. We need the blocker up here. And the key is not to get this one by the hero, because if you do, then you can't have the blocker do that. So that's what I learned. Again, sometimes you just have to restart the game. But I just wanted to show you how challenging it is, even once you've completed it. And yeah, so here, you bring him down. Right, so he's in the right place now. So you're going to bring him across, and now you can bring the hero down and across and eat that one. I believe the trick is now you bring him up, over, up. So now you have him in the place, but how do you get, oh right, and you bring him down. Oh. Yeah, here's where I get really worried, because I need to do that. Right, okay, yeah, now I can eat him. This guy goes forward. This guy goes like that. Boom, boom, boom. Again, this took me forever to figure out. But, so I'm making it a little easier for you, but yeah. You can see that I've gotten better at this, but it's that sequence. And if you eat that that individual diamond there, then you can't get the box to come down and stay there. So that's the trick. Again, I've only done 4 levels, but just wanted to demonstrate to you that this is a very fun game. Again, written by a QLer in 2024, and really fantastic, I think. Especially considering that the QL is not considered a game platform. I have not, and if this is run in VGA, then you get to see the nice details of the like, these look like bricks, I guess. and this is red, obviously, not sort of purplish pink. Um, but a nice font. The animation of the hero is kind of cool. And you have F2, you can turn the sound off, so you can. Okay, I just went, but you can see that down here, if I hit F2, now there's no sound, and so if the hero, I'm not doing this one, but I just wanted to share with you that uh, um, if I eat a diamond, I will not hear it. Uh, just trying to find a way to eat a diamond. Yeah. Um, but I haven't done this level yet, so I don't know what to expect. Usually the first one is not that hard, but uh, on the contrary, this one is just, I think I have to use the, oh, wait, here it goes. So you can see no audio. And then F1 lets you speed things up. So yeah, that's the game, QStar 1, derived. I'll put in the notes, I do have the README file here, and it says the oldest version of this game was that I was able to find is written on HP Calculator on 1995. So those are the kind of platforms it was done. It's been done on Atari, so it is Atari, ZX Spectrum, and Android and Apple devices. So yeah, QStar 1. You can find it on the QL forum. I'll put a link in. And yeah, download it and play it. Even if you don't own a QL, do it on emulator. It works. And he has both a floppy image, a microdrive image, and the actual files. And also you can look at the source if you want. It's written in BASIC with some machine code. All right, I'm going to end here. Thanks for joining me today. And I'll see you next time.